Well, hi there, good people. I hope you're having a good day today. All information provided on this channel is for educational purposes only, and this channel strives to enlighten, not promote or encourage the misuse of the information. I encourage you to always to consider your intuition and your discernment. Some knowledge is my intuition given to me in pieces, some completed and some from videos and articles. I will use words not intended to offend people, but to describe my point of view and how I see things. Respect that we all have different paths. I appreciated my subscribers and newcomers always. Your engagement is crucial, and your thoughts shape the discussion here. Your active participation enriches our discussion. Take what resonates with you and what does not resonate with you, put it on the shelf or throw it away. Now, this particular video is about uh, Second Chronicles 7:14. I was going to do a different video this morning, but for some reason, Second Chronicles 7:14 came into mind to do. So I kind of broke it down in the esoteric as I know it. It could be different, but this is what I know. And just keep in mind, what I put on my channel is things that I have learned myself. Okay, so Second Chronicles says 7:14 says, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and I will forgive their sin and will heal their land." I'm going to break it down to the esoteric that I knew it to be. And like I say, you may know different, and that's cool. We are good. All right. So, if my people, the spiritual community of those in a covenant relationship with the Most High, specifically those chosen or called to be the representative on earth, uh, or my people can res- represent all seekers of truth and spiritual aspirants striving for connection with the Most High. Symbolically, it is a divine calling for those who are spiritually aligned with the Most High's purpose, who who are called by my name. Those who align themselves with the divine essence. To be called by the Most High name means carrying the divine qualities and attributes, such as righteousness, love, justice. It speaks of spiritual identity and divine resonance. It signifies awareness that in a harmony with the Most High's highest purpose of divine will humble themselves. Humility is a key to spiritual awakening and growth. To humble yourself is to release the ego and pride and to open the heart to divine wisdom. It reflects the surrounding of individuals who the Most High divine will, which is essential for personal transformation. Symbolically, humility is the sacrifice of self centeredness to make room for divine influence and enlightenment. And pray. Prayer is the act of communicating with divine either through words or intentions. It symbolizes aligning one's awareness with the divine presence and seeking spiritual guidance. It is an invitation for divine energy to guide one's life. Prayer is the surrender of one's desires and an offering to the divine, asking for grace and wisdom. And seek my face. To seek the Most High's face represent the act of desiring direct communication or intimate connection with the divine essence. Esoterically, it points to enlightenment and understanding, where one seeks not the Most High's help, but also to be in the Most High's presence. Faith symbolizes the presence unveiling truth. Seek to know the divine intimately and personally, and turn from their wicked ways. Turning from wicked ways represents spiritual transformation, a rejection of lower, materialistic, or ego driven tendencies in favor of higher spiritual principles. It is about purification of self, removing negative influences and actions that hinders the spiritual growth. It symbolizes repentance. Repentance just simply is a turning toward the higher self, turned away from the lower into the higher awareness and away from ignorance and destructive behavior. Then I will hear from heaven. When you genuinely align the divine through humility, prayer, and seeking, the Most High is able to hear or respond to your call. The heavens represent the spiritual realms and higher planes of awareness. Divine response is available to those who are spiritually receptive. The individual energy and intent in the alignment with divine frequencies, which could be cycles, and energy, which is forces, opening the channel for divine intervention or guidance. And I will forgive their sin. Forgiveness represents the release of negative karma or spiritual blockages. Sin is ignorance and misalignment with the divine will. Forgiveness is the act of cleansing, then misaligning, and allowing the self to move into a state of purity and oneness with the Most High. Forgiveness heals the self and the removal of obstacles that prevent spiritual progress and will heal their land. Healing the land restores harmony to both the physical and inner spiritual worlds. The land refers to the body, the mind, the soul, as one's personal territory, which is area or domain. When individuals are spiritually aligned, it brings healing to the surroundings and cycles. The healing of the land is a metaphor for restoration of spiritual balance, renewal, and return to divine order in all aspects of life. Here's the conclusion. Second Chronicles 7:14 is a powerful spiritual roadmap for individuals and collective transformation. It calls for people to align with the Most High, divine by humbling self, ego, pride, engaging in prayer or identification, seeking the divine presence, and repenting means to turn from actions that block spiritual growth. Doing so opens up to receiving divine wisdom, forgiveness, and healing of spiritual alignment, which brings personal transformation and restoration to the surrounding and life. All this simply saying is, in order to hear from the Most High, instead of running to other people, all you have to do is what is said in Second Chronicles 7:14. Am I saying that's an easy thing to do? No, I'm not saying that. Because if the Most High told you to worship the Sabbath, which Sabbath is on Saturday, and you work on Saturday, what can you do? Uh, what if you work Monday through Friday and you have to go shopping for your children's clothing and you have to go and do your domestic work on Saturday? What do you do? I remember I remember when I was doing this totally some years ago. I go in and out sometimes, but I think this is my last out. I'm in now. Um, I remember when I was trying to figure out what to do on Sabbath, and I remember a young lady came from downstairs and knocked on my door and said she was hungry. I didn't have no cash on hand to give her, and it said in the Bible to not to kindle a fire. How about I was scared as crap, and so I didn't know what to do because she was hungry. You got to keep in mind I'm a service person, so always when people get to talking to me, I always try to figure out how can I serve them better and that everything work out for them. That's my mindset. Period. That has always been my mindset. But so that is what I was doing. And it's funny, a little small voice said to me, go ahead on and cook her something to eat. So I did that. I went in the kitchen and I cooked her something to eat. Let me tell you, those things that you see in the Bible that are literally physical, and it's not everything in there is not literal, but I was so bound myself in the literal. I didn't do pictures. I didn't do trophies. My son got trophies from his job, and he couldn't bring them in. All my old albums that I had, I threw them in the trash. All the clothes that I had that I party in and everything, I gave them away. Shoes. I mean, I just gave away everything. That's how bound I was in the literal. And as I began, it's funny because what happens is you go, you study the literal, and after you study the literal, you graduate. Now you're being initiated in the spiritual part of it. And there's no easy way out of that, people. Now, do spiritual take preference over literal all day and all night? If there are people out there never read the Bible and they are listening to their spiritual self, they are better off because when you pick up that Bible and read it from the literal, you're going to be confused. You're going to be confused because you don't know. I'll give you one simple thing. It says that Adam and Eve and her two children was the only one in the earth, right? Okay, so the son went off and got himself a wife. Where did the wife come from? Oh, give us chance. The boy said, give us a chance to create a book. So we're going to tell a lie and continue this lie that he found him a wife over here, over there. Y'all got to, let me tell you something. Books does not justify spirituality. Spirituality justified the books in discernment. If you have the spirit of discernment, which I'm going to assume that you do, it will determine for you what is truth and what is not truth. You don't have to go in no building because the church is not a building, it's people. Church is people. I'm going to do, again, a set of words and I'm going to post them, and it's going to be words straight from the Bible. I'm going to give you the esoteric meaning of, well, not the meaning. I'm just going to give you just it's so much, but I'm going to give you just the word what it means, because I know what they're doing. They're quickly removing esoteric stuff that people put out there years ago, and because they don't want you to know the esoteric stuff, but they don't realize your spirituality take preference over their esoteric writing, because their esoteric writing ain't always the truth. I can tell you that. And when I say that all the names in the Bible are, they're just titles. They're not names of people. And you need to go look at, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you names and then and titles, and I'm going to give you what it means. Like Jacob. Jacob name means supplanter. There was no man named Jacob, but there were some people that did some supplanting. Okay, there were some people all over the planet as they rode around and conquered. They replaced those people, and they were given other titles. So you should be able to see that. But let me just tell you this, and it may be better for you guys now because it was a little tough for me. I had to go in all the cultures, which was good for me because I like doing that. I like talking to people, and that's what my little game Second Life does for me. It gives me the opportunity to talk to people in the foreign countries, and we speak in by a translator, which is beautiful. And I'm able to know what their religion is, what their study is, and what they're doing. Is it true when they say in America there's a bombing going on over there? I get to find out to know whether that's the truth or not through the people that's on my game, and I love it. So anyway, people, I hope you understand where I'm coming from with my people, and I hope it this verse is cleared a little better for you. Have a good day.